It's high noon, Comic Clan. I'm Chiefin' and you're geeking with the Comic Chief. Welcome to another review, rant, recap. I think I'm going to start naming these something super duper cool soon. And speaking of super, it's time to finally get back to reviewing Brian Michael Bendis' Superman, issue number 4.
Whosoever watches this channel, if he or she be worthy, shall acquire the knowledge from the Comic Chief.
This is one of those foil covers, and if you notice, DC did a lot of foil covers with red, and this one works and pops, and I got one with no creases on it. Yay. Rogolzar is looking fierce as Foxtrot, and he's holding the House of L symboled cape. Overall, I think I'm spoiled because I expect the art to be this spectacular with Reese doing all the awesome interior. The writing is fantastic. Again, Superman is back to telling superior stories. And yeah, some superior narration, dialogue-wise. The plot is great because of the end alone, and I won't spoil it for you right now, but stay tuned until the end. Unlike the Man of Steel series, this Superman title is not dragging things out. The character development is great for Superman. It seems he is opening up out of his slump, and the scenes he shares in flashbacks with John Kent are important to where I see this title going. At $3.99, this is a great issue, and we have another 5 out of 5 title. So we begin the issue titled The Unity Saga Part 4 in the Phantom Zone, where the Earth is still trapped and Rogolzar is seen riding some mystical beast creature. He is in a full fight with Superman, and it is a back and forth evenly matched fight. Superman is going all out already. His main concern is getting Earth out of the Phantom Zone before it is uninhabitable. The people of Earth are already experiencing poison skies. The first two page spread shows us Superman not only battling Rogolzar, but the army Jax raised for him in the last issue for Rogel's cause. Superman is trying to buy time for the Earth to escape. As Rogel grabs hold of Superman by his head, with the massive size of his hands showing how huge he is compared to Superman, Jax is holding a gun pointed straight at Superman. He fires his weapon, but Superman is able to escape. Rogolzar recognizes why Superman is called what he is and says that he actually is super. Yeah. So when Rogel threatens the livelihood of Earth, even with Jax's purple-powered weapon spray, Superman fights through it and yells in anger and retaliation. No matter the amount of beasts and enemies trying to tear apart Superman, he is able to create an explosion big enough... Oh wait, is this that controversial solar flare move that people don't like? I love it. I love it, but a little overpowered. So yeah, back to one-on-one Rogel and Superman action. I think it's fantastic. Seeing the House of L symbol battling each other is just crazy. Keep in mind, Rogel's wearing the House of L symbol on Superman's cape as a neckerchief. Rogolzar overpowers Superman and pounds him down with full force. The art is just crazy good. This quickly impresses Jax-er, but Rogel knows that Superman will fight back, recover, and counter quickly. So the panels do a great job showing Superman falling down to Earth, and he's knocked out, and this is the part we don't see physically. We see it emotionally a lot, but we see Superman bleeding like a man. By the way, things are a crazy amount of Michael Bendis shameless plugs for all his other titles in this issue. It's Pearl, all these different titles being used as ads. He deserves it. So anyway, as Superman is falling, we get a much welcome flashback to Superman training Superboy in a junkyard. This is key, this is crucial, because at what point did Superman be what his father John Kent was to him? He's listening to Superboy vent about people that speak lies of him and his family, and he's angry, and he is at the point where he almost says he wants to beat their asses into a bloody pulp. But Superman lets him vent and pretty much dares him to say it, and makes Superboy realize that his anger isn't the way to deal with problems. I love it. Again, he lets Superboy vent, and when he asks why Superman doesn't deal with his problems with his fists, he responds with the fact that the best way to deal with problems is by using his head. He uses Batman as an example and saying that he wanted to pop his head off his body every day he's alive. The next page shows us Superman crashing down onto Earth, and the skies are poisonous yellow, and the next few pages still show us Superboy flashback scenes intertwined, and I love how Superman refers to Batman as his brother, and that no matter how much he pisses him off, he sees the good in him and how much he needs him. As Superman gets up from his fall on Earth, he has blood dripping from his chin. He looks defeated. He attempts to contact Martian Manhunter through his telepathic link. Rogol Zar comes crashing down onto Earth, not just onto the ground, but he stomps down on Superman's body with full force. Superman tells Superboy that when he gets mad at Batman, he stops himself, waits 5 minutes, calms down, and sees Batman show him why he's so great with the great things that he does, and the cycle repeats every day. Patience. Superman lights into an enraged fire and knocks Rogol Zar off his body. The moral of the story, like I said, Superboy gets on his own without Superman having to tell him. He learned that patience is a virtue. Superman adds some icing on the cake and tells him a little trust in others goes a long way. People who don't do great one day might outshine the next day. Mind is greater than body. Young grasshopper, words of wisdom. Superman stands up and the creatures from the Phantom Zone are flying down toward him. Oh, and more sprinkles, violence is never the answer. Rise above it, make the world a greater place. He even credited Grandpa Kent. Good man. Don't take credit for other people's wisdom. Superman finally gets Martian Manhunter on the psychic connection and asks him for Ray Palmer, and he made it to Star Labs. Superman grabs Jax by the throat. Ray Palmer responds via the psychic link from Star Labs and confirms they caused the accident that put Earth in the Phantom Zone. Superman interrogates Jax and asks him what he is doing with Rogol Zar, and Superman tries to reason him with Jax and tells him that Rogol Zar destroyed Krypton, whereas Jax was trying to save it those many years ago, despite being in a terroristy way. Is Superman's flashback tying in with what's going on? Is he using his mind and trying to make what ounce of good in Jax is left to help win the battle? Smart man. Jax calls him a liar and Superman tells him what everyone else knows. He doesn't lie. Adam calls out to the Justice League and tells them that he has a plan. The Flash shows up and without even listening to the actual plan, Superman, this is how you know he fully trusts the Justice League, tells Ray to give him 2 seconds to get the Phantom Zone bad guys out of Earth's airspace and to take the shot when he gets it. Rogol sucker punches Superman from behind and comes crashing down to Earth. He is really taking a beating from Rogol Zar, causing chaos. The detail in these panels are just so awesome. The earth-shattering fight is shown with glass breaking on big rig trucks. It's great. Flash and Adam ask Superman if he needed the plan, and Superman already guesses the plan and just tells them to go ahead and just do it. Shrink the Earth and use the Phantom Zone projector to get it out of the Phantom Zone. So Flash starts running wherever Ray tells him to go, Phantom Zone projector in hand, and Superman again is taking on 10,000 plus beasts and enemies. Superman tells Flash to wait for his word. He creates a giant vortex that takes all the Phantom Zone's prisoners out of Earth and back into the exosphere. Flash gets distracted by Wonder Woman in a fight. He looks back and he trips, lets go of the projector, slightly distracted, so he's a little bit behind the power curve. Superman tells Ray now. Adam calls out to Barry. Superman is flying Rogol high above the Earth with all his might, and our final 2-page spread shows Superman and Rogol floating. The Earth was gone, and that's all that mattered to Superman. Superman was trapped. Rogol taunts Superman and tells him now he is trapped with him, but Superman doesn't care. He's been in worse places. And Rogol refers to him as Krypton now, by the way. And and he says, no, he has not. Damn, good stuff. Back in the real world, we get a page with Adam Strange as he is going to report a missing planet. We end on this cliffhanger, and I can't wait to read issue number 5. Good thing I already have it. I gotta read Action Comics 1005 first though, so stay tuned for the next episode, Comic Clan. This is the Comic Chief going offline.